Welcome back to another AECOsim Building Designer tutorial, this one on solar studies. So in this tutorial we're going to look at creating a solar shadow study, see where the shadows fall from our building and on our building as well. So the first thing we'll do is go back up to our reference dialog, and we're going to turn our overall site back on. Now we'll actually create the solar study. So we're going to go to Utilities, to Render, and select Solar Study. That will open the Solar Study dialog, and we'll just set up the settings. We're actually going to do our solar study on view 2, this top view. You could really do it on any view. We'll set a resolution. We can keep it fairly low. We're going to set our number of frames to 10 frames. That essentially means we're going to create 10 images. We're going to set a speed. The speed only has effect if we end up creating a video from the images. We'll set the render setup to untitled. Our rendered mode will be from view, meaning it will use the same display style that we have currently in the view. And then we're going to select a start time. So we'll start at 8 a.m. We select a date. We'll select again March 20th, our spring equinox, and then we're going to put in a total time. So we've put in a total time of 9 hours. Since we have 10 frames, that means we'll have 1 frame for every hour. And then we'll select Save. Now we can save this solar study as a series of images, for instance 10 images, 1 for each hour, in a variety of formats. PNG might be one, or we could save it as a video, basically taking those images and putting them together into a video. So I'm going to select this format here, FLI animation format, and then we're going to again want to append the file name with the date, because we will be creating several of these. So we'll call this March 20th. And then we'll select OK. Note where it's going to put the file within your Smart Project folder under the Support folder in the Out folder. Now in order to view the movie that you just created, you can again come to Utilities, Image, go to Movies. That will open up a movie player, and then we can simply load the file we just created. And you see it there. It's going to start at 8 a.m. and it's going to slowly adjust the shadows throughout the day once we play. Then after analyzing these solar shadow studies as well as the solar exposure calculations done earlier, you want to think about locating some trees around your building to help provide shade to the building. Now you want to think about the type of trees that you would like to locate, where you want to locate them, and the overall size of the trees. And we have a tool for doing that. So again, we're going to go to the Building Designer taskbar. We'll once again go down to the Visualization task. We're going to come here to the Populate tool. Now you should have under the Content a Trees category, and if we select the Browse button we can actually open up and see that we have a number of trees available in that grouping, and each of these trees has a height associated with them. And there's various different types of trees, both deciduous and coniferous. And under the item we can then select exactly which type of tree we want to place. So for instance, if we want to select the Japanese Maple 2 tree, we want our alignment to be vertical. And we're going to place these trees individually. And then we will just simply come into our top view and select a point where we would like to place a tree. It's going to find the nearest surface and locate the tree on that surface. And then we'll place a second tree and perhaps a third tree. And once you have located some trees on the site, you will of course want to possibly do another solar exposure calculator with the trees in place, or do another solar study. That will give you additional data to support your tree location.